Good morning, everyone, and we're going to discuss climate change today. And this is lesson number 19. These are the learning targets. We're going to identify what is climate change, analyze, and of course, responding to climate. Lang tayo. Yeah. Yeah. Responding to climate change through mitigation and adaptation. At first, what is climate change? Okay, climate change, guys, it is a long-term changes in temperature. Okay, this is long-term changes in temperature and also the weather patterns. Weather patterns. Okay. Uh, ano yung mga causes ng climate change? It could be the burning of fossil fuels. It could be deforestation and also industrial emissions, no? um Kapag sinabi na naman nating weather, guys, yung weather, it is a short term, okay, short term condition, and that is the difference between the climate change and the weather, because they are different. Okay, so again, climate change is a long-term changes in temperature and weather patterns, but when you say weather, it is a short-term condition that can change quickly. You know? That's why climate is not the same as weather. Okay, yung climate change na yan, yun yung extreme summer temperatures, rising of temperatures due to human activities like the burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial emissions and such. Okay, ito po yon yung sa burning of fossil fuels. Burning of fossil fuels. Yan yung pagsunog ng natural gas. Okay? Oil. Yan. Ito naman yung pangalawa is deforestation. Deforestation, siyempre yung kinakalbo nila yung kagubatan. Deforestation. Minsan ginagawa nila itong ginagawa nilang urban for urbanization. Minsan naman tinatanggal nila yung mga puno dahil kakaroon ng mall, something like that. Removal of forest, and say deforestation. Okay? Ito naman yung industrial emissions. As you can see, yan, yung lumalabas mismo sa industrial emissions na yan, yung mismong usok na yan, nakakapag-contribute sa ating climate change. Yan. So, ilan lang yan sa mga dahilan kung bakit mayroong climate change. Okay? Next. So again, climate change is a long-term changes in temperature. Lalo na ngayon yung nararanasan natin na ang taas ng mga temperature natin, nasa 44, 45, something like that. That's why nagkakaroon ng suspension of the classes because of the extreme heat na nararanasan natin today. And so, noong araw, wala yung ganun kasi maraming puno. So, habang tumatagal, mas dumadami yung mga pinapatay yung gusali. And like before, na siyempre, nag-evolve, okay? Nag-evolve din. Kumbaga, marami na ngayong mga businessman, entrepreneur, kung saan nagpapatayo sila ng mga business. And then, ang ginagawa nila minsan, nagkakaroon ng deforestation, removal of the forest, because they're going to build a building, and also commercial building, something like that. Kaya painit ng painit yung ating panahon. Okay. Next, we have the so-called the climate system. The climate system, as you can see, this is the interaction of the atmosphere and oceans. The ocean, the ice. We have ice here. Nasa yung ice dito. Okay, again, this is the interaction of the atmosphere, the ocean, ice or snow, and also the living organism. So, walang pinakitang living organism. It is included, yeah, living organism and such that determines the land, yeah, volcano, and determines Earth's climate. Again, the climate system, it is the interaction of atmosphere, the oceans, ice, living organism that determines the Earth's climate. Example. Example. Another example is when the sun hits the ocean, it causes evaporation. Again, when the sun hits the ocean, it causes evaporation ang tawag doon. Ngayon, nagkakaroon tayo ng cloud formation and rainfall which nakaka-apekto ito sa ating weather patterns and temperature worldwide. That is the example of the climate system. Okay. Next, we have the global warming. Okay. So, parang bumalik tayo sa grade 7. Okay, global warming. Global warming due to dropped heat from the sun. Yan. So, again, global warming. Kaya nagkakaroon ng global warming because due to dropped heat from the sun. Again, this is also a long term. Okay. This is long term increase in temperature. Yeah. Long-term increase in Earth's average temperature. Yan. So, wala na siya sa average temperature kasi sobrang init na. Okay? So, ito ay sa kadahilan ng sa sobrang pagkakaroon ng greenhouse gas emissions. So, paano nagkakaroon ng excessive greenhouse gas? Siyempre, sa dahilang human activities ulit. Okay? So, dahil sa sobrang paggamit ng greenhouse gas emissions, dahil sa human activities, nagkakaroon ng increases ng temperature. So, above average na po yung nangyayari dahil kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng global warming. Okay? Kasi yung atmosphere po, the atmosphere po, nag-act yan ng greenhouse, keeping Earth warm enough for life. Okay, again, yung atmosphere po, atmosphere. Palitan natin ng yellow to. Yan. Okay, green na lang para makikita natin. Yan. Yan. Atmosphere po, so acts like a greenhouse. Like greenhouse, yan. Ito yung tinatawag na natural greenhouse effect. So, anong ginagawa nito? Keeping Earth warm enough. Yan. Enough. Yan. Kasi kung wala po tayong atmosphere, so, feeling ko magiging sobrang lamig. Ganyan. So, without this natural greenhouse effect, okay? So, again, without this natural greenhouse effect, without the natural greenhouse effect, guys, so the Earth would be too cold, di ba? So, sobrang lamig. Yan. Again, global warming. It is a long-term increase in Earth's average temperature due to excessive greenhouse gas emissions. and mainly from human activities. So mamaya makikita natin yung mga human activities, kung ano yung mga yun, yung mga greenhouse gas emissions. So the atmosphere, ito po ay nag-act siya as greenhouse, no? Para maging yung earth is warm enough. Okay? Then without this natural greenhouse effect from the atmosphere, the earth, no? Pulang ng H yung earth natin. The earth would be too cold. So, malaking tulong si atmosphere, no? Para hindi siya maging sobrang init at hindi rin siya sobrang lamig. Okay? Wala pa. Yan. So, makikita natin yung mga dahilan mamaya, no? So, human activities have intensified this effect. So, nagkakaroon ng high intensity dahil sa mga human activities. Okay, natatrap yung mga sobrang init nagiging andulot ito ng climate change. And too many greenhouse gases. Okay, too much heat is trapped. Again, dahil sa sobrang paggamit ng greenhouse gases, so too much heat is trapped. So sobrang na yung init na natatrap. Dahilan yan is nagkakaroon po ng global warming. That's why the first definition binigay ko sa inyo is due to trapped heat from the sun. Okay? And that is for global warming. So, alamin natin yung causes of climate change. The first one is fossil fuels, deforestation, nabanggit na natin kanina, and also transportation, food production, intensive farming, building, energy consumption, and overconsumption. Yung sa food production, yung sa farming, something like that. So, let's discuss fossil fuels. So, kanina binanggit ko na dito, ito yung pagsusunog ng mga natural gas, oil, yan, yung uling, pwedeng coal, yan. That is the main energy source for transportation kasi yung fossil fuels. Not only in transport, no? So, this is the energy source. Okay, energy source from what? Transportation, and transport sa mga industry, yung sa industrial, kaya may usok, diba? And electricity. Yan. Okay. So, dahil gumagamit sila ng fossil fuels, so, nagko-contribute ito ng greenhouse gas emissions. So, dyan po nanggagaling yung excessive greenhouse gas emissions from our transportation, industrial, and also electricity. Yan. So, ginagamit nila po ang fossil fuel. Hindi na natin maiwasan ang paggamit ng fossil fuels. So mamaya, tingnan natin kung paano siya mabawasan, something like that. Or mabawasan or alternatives. So ito po yung mga energy sources na kung saan ginagamit sa transport, industry, and electricity. Nga lang, nagko-contribute po ito ng greenhouse gas emissions, lalong-lalo na mas dumarami ngayon ang mga tao, dumarami ang sasakyan, at dahil dumarami ang tao, marami rin gumagamit ng electricity, lalong-lalo na sa mga industry, sa industrial, mga factory, something like that. Okay, that is the first causes of climate change. The second is deforestation. So as you can see, this is the removal of forests. Clearing forest for agriculture, it could be, and urbanization. Okay, yan po yung nabanggit natin kanina. So dahil nagkakaroon ng urbanization, okay, nagkakaroon ng it reduces also the biodiversity. Okay, again, deforestation, clearing of forests, removal. This is the removal of forests. It could be for urbanization. Yan. It could be for it reduces biodiversity. Next is transportation. Transportation is, yun nga, di ba, nabanggit natin kanina is the burning of fossil fuels. Diyan papasok yan si fossil fuels dahil sa matinding uh, pagiging dependent natin sa fossil fuels, nagkakaroon ng pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Okay? Yung mga lumalabas na usok sa tambutso ng ating mga sasakyan. Okay? Yan, nagkakaroon ng malawakang pollution na nagkukontribute sa greenhouse gas emissions. Excessive greenhouse gas emissions. Okay? It is for heavy reliance kasi. For independent tayo sa fossil fuels. Yan. Dahil sa sobrang independent natin sa fossil fuels, nagiging nagkukos ito ng pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Okay? Hindi natin maiwasan yan kasi may sasakyan na ngayon. Di tulad doon, kukunti lang. Ngayon, marami na. So, dami. Lalo na pag sasakyan mo luma, ay nako, grabe yung usok na lumalabas. Next, for food production naman, okay? Dito sa food production, ito yung intensive. Intensive na farming, yung paggamit ng pesticide, yan, nakaka-epekto yan sa climate change. Intensive farming, papasok din dyan yung deforestation. Yan. And yun, yung paggamit ng pesticide. So, dahil sa sobrang paggamit ng pesticide, nagkukos po ito ng climate change. Okay? That is for food production. And for building energy consumption, dahil madalas tayong gumagamit ng electricity for heating, for cooling, and for lighting. Yan. Nagko-contribute ito ng high energy consumption. Okay? Tama? Dahil sa hindi natin maiwasan na paggamit ng electricity for heating, cooling, and lighting. And the result will be the contribution of high energy consumption na kung saan nakakapag-contribute din ito sa climate change. And also, the overconsumption. Yung sa overconsumption, from the word itself, overuse of resources. Kung saan leads to waste, depletion, and environmental harm. Okay? Dahil sa sobrang overconsumption of resources. So, ang result nito is it is also a waste, depletion, and environmental harm. And these are the causes of climate change. Okay, balikan natin. First one is burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, transportation, food production, building energy consumption, overconsumption. Okay, and now let's move on to the effects of climate change in society. Okay, nangunguna dyan ang hot temperature, more severe storms, increased drought, warming, rising ocean, loss of species, not enough food, more health risks, and more poverty and displacement. Pag-usapan natin isa-isa. So dito sa these are the effects of climate change. Siyempre, yung pagiging mas mainit na temperatura, rising global temperature more. Okay? And dahil dyan, yung Arctic natin, warming faster na siya. Okay? Tutunaw na yung mga natutunaw na rin yung mga ice dahil sa tindi ng init and this a warming rising ocean. Okay? And we have the more severe storms. Nagkakaroon ng pagtaas ng frequency or intensity of the storms. Nagkakaroon na tayo ng extreme rainfall or pagbaha. Yan. Next is siyempre increase of drought. Ay, nako. Dahil sa matinding paulit-ulit na water shortage or agricultural droughts. Yan, nagkakaroon ng agricultural droughts and malawakang expansion of the desert. Okay? So, increased drought. So, as you can see, ito yung pattern na yan. Yung pattern na nakikita niyo yan, yung pagpitak ng mga lupa dahil sa init ng panahon. So, may negative effect yan, lalo sa mga crops natin like palay, mais. No? Hindi na siya magiging healthy dahil sa init ng panahon. Next is yung pagkawala ng mga extinction. Okay? Or loss of species. This is the accelerated extinction. No? From fires, from extreme weather. Yan, so kung babalikan natin yung previous lesson, about 90 to 95% extinction. About 90,000 a year ang no longer alive po, no, na species natin for a year. And then not enough food, okay, because of the heat. Disrupted po ang ating food production. Nagkakaroon ng crop failures because of the weather, because of the temperature, and also the livestock impact from climate change. Yan. Dahil sa sobrang init, minsan namamatay na yung mga palay, mais, o kung ano man yung kanilang tinatanim ng ating mga farmers. No? And also, the more health risks. Kasi nag-i-increase po ang health threats from the pollution, disease, and extreme weather. So, dyan papasok si cardiovascular diseases. Pwede dyan kasi pwede tayong ma-heat stroke. Okay? Pwede tayong mahilo. Kung ano man yung mga sakit na pwede makuha natin sa matinding sikat ng araw. Okay? Next is the poverty or displacement. Because of the climate change, nagiging worse, no, yung poverty. Okay? Na kung saan, ang dahilan nito is displacement and disrupts livelihoods. Okay? These are the effects of climate change in our society. And how the warming rising ocean, guys, yan. The oceans na absorb niya yung init, so the sea level, tumataas yung sea level, no? And yan, nakakaroon ng melting, natutunaw yung ice. Yan, so yan po yung effect ng climate change sa ating ocean. Okay, nagkakaroon ng ocean acidification. Okay, so these are the effects of climate change in society. And punta naman tayo doon sa positive. I mean, on how to give solutions, alternative solution on the effects of climate change in society. We have two types of measures in responding to climate change. That is for mitigation and adaptation. First is mitigation. So, let's talk about the mitigation. Okay, mitigation, guys, is nagpo-focus lang ito sa pagbabawas ng climate change and para ma-minimize yung impact. Okay, nire-reduce lang nito yung kanya climate change. So, reducing the causes. Okay, the causes of climate change. Climate change or minimize the impact of climate change. Okay? How about the adaptation? The adaptation naman is to manage naman ito. To manage negative effect. To manage the negative effect of climate change, and also take advantage of new opportunities. So nagte-take advantage tayo dito. Take advantage of new opportunities. And that is the difference of its mitigation. That is for reducing the causes of climate change or minimize the impact of the climate change. For adaptation, we're going to manage the negative effect of climate change. So we're going to take advantage of the new opportunities na binibigay ng ating technology. So first, mitigation to fight climate change. So to fight climate change, we can improve energy efficiency and use renewable energy like this one. And nakikita natin sa Ilocos Norte, yung windmill. So, to improve energy efficiency, so we're going to use the renewable energy. Aside from that, so to avoid excessive greenhouse gas emissions, so ito po yung bicycle, no? So promote public transport, especially cycling, okay? And shared car use while reducing flights. Yan. Aside from that, we have the 3 R's. Yan. Support sustainable industries, agriculture, and be responsible in consumption of everything. So we going to uliin natin ang 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. And syempre, to fight climate change, so taasan natin taxing or taasan natin yung paggamit ng fossil fuels. Okay? So, pag mababawasan yung reliance ng mga tao sa fossil fuels kapag tinaasan natin ng tax or taasan o bigyan ng tax, no? Yung pagsusunog ng mga fossil fuels and mag-create tayo ng carbon dioxide emission markets. Yan, kasi yung carbon dioxide nakakatulong yan sa ating environment. So these are the mitigation na ibinigay sa atin ng module natin. We have 4. Okay? First one is the renewable energy. The second one is this is the bicycle or cycling, to promote public transport, cycling para mabawasan yung reliance of contribution to the greenhouse gases. So it's too much reliance on fossil fuels. Baliin natin ang 3 R's. Next is to adapt. To adapt, we have to build a safer, sustainable infrastructure, and replant forest. We need to replant or reforestation. Dahil sa deforestation, replant tayo ng forest and restore ecosystem. And magtanim tayo ng mas marami. Okay? So, hindi lang palay, hindi lang mais. So, diversify crops to withstand with the climate change. So, diversity, kumbaga. So, iba't ibang crops. So, para mas kaya niyang harapin yung pabago-bagong panahon natin. No? Next is innovative solutions. Yan. We're going to develop innovative solutions to manage natural disasters. And so that is the utilization of technological advancement, okay, innovation. And of course, dapat may plano tayo. So make sure to create a plans to climate emergencies. Okay, that is for adaptation. Again, for adaptation, these are the effects of the climate change. So we need to adapt the following: build a safer, sustainable infrastructure, magtanim tayo, okay, restore ecosystem, magtanim tayo ng iba't ibang klase ng crops, hindi lang po palay, hindi lang po mais, okay, diversify the crops, and also we have the developing the innovative solutions to manage the natural disasters and create a plan for climate emergencies. Okay, next, okay, hindi na yan kasama, nilagay ko lang yan. For your lesson activity number 19, you need to answer the school building activity. Okay, and activity number 2, that is the title of the B.2. And for C.1, check for understanding. Okay, so that is for 19. Let's move on to number 20. Yeah. So number 20 is all about the environmental awareness. Okay. For learning targets, analyze the significance of sensitivity to the environment and its problems. Discuss the value of conserving and preserving the environment through eco sketching, and promote awareness of the rapidly depleting natural resources, and by being actively involved in environmental protection through advocacy, campaign, posters. Okay, so tayo sa environment. So yung si environment, it is composed of two words, environ and ment. So yung si environ, the meaning of this one is surroundings. Surroundings. And yung si ment, that is functioning. And again, for environ, surroundings, ment is for functioning. Okay, yun si environment, guys, it refers to the physical, it refers to physical, chemical, and also biological. Okay, yan. It refers to physical, chemical, and biological conditions surrounding living organisms. Okay, and also included din dito si ecologically, ha. Again, environmental, not only the physical, chemical, biological conditions surrounding living organism, but also ecologically. Okay? Ecologically, it includes external conditions. Okay? External conditions, which is affecting organism. So, ano yung mga yun affecting organisms? The external conditions. Yan papasok si temperature, sunlight, the water availability, and also air, nutrients, and etc. Okay? Again, environment refers to the physical, chemical, and biological conditions surrounding living organisms. The environment, it is composed of two words, environ meaning surroundings, meant for functioning. Okay? And it's not all, this is also ecologically includes the external conditions like temperature, sunlight, the water, air, and nutrients, etc. Okay, according to UNESCO, we have four components of the environment, 1978. The first one is the natural environment. So what are the natural environment? Diyan papasok si mountains. Ano pa? Rivers. Rivers, living things. And also sunlight. Sunlight. At iba pa. How about uh, built environment. Ito yung human-made. Human-made landscape. Yan. Okay? From the word itself, natural, nanyan yung mountains, river, living things, sunlight, etc. And for built environment, from the word itself, built, ibig sabihin man-made or human-made landscape. For number 3, social and cultural environment. From, yan, yung sa social and cultural, dyan yung papasok yung mga kultura. Cultural values. Okay? Dito naman sa spatial environment, yan yung sa location, yung sa distance, location, distance, and regional variations. Regional variations. Yeah. Again, so according to UNESCO 1978, we have 4 components of environment. Number 1 is the natural environment, which is nandyan si mountains, rivers, living things, sunlight, etc. And we have the built environment, that is the human-made landscape. For the social cultural environment, yung papasok si cultural values. And for spatial environment, the location, the distance of the right regional variations. Okay. And for our next is for environmental sensitivity. So from the word itself, sensitivity, we must aware or awareness. The awareness and also understanding. The understanding of what? Of environmental issues, which involves what? Empathy. Okay. Empathy. Spelling ako, sorry. So, involves po dito si empathy. So, not only for awareness and understanding about the environmental issues, so you should involve empathy here. So, putting yourself to others, empathy, and sustainable behaviors. And sustainable behaviors, and also advocacy. Aside from advocacy, there must be systems thinking, collaboration, and engage. And yeah, and that is for environmental sensitivity. Environmental sensitivity, and you must be aware and understanding of environmental issues, kung saan involves po dito ang empathy, sustainable behaviors, advocacy, systems thinking, collaboration, also engagement. Okay? And for the importance of the environmental conservation. Okay? Now, number 1 is the resource preservation. So, what is resource preservation? So, dito sa resource preservation, siyempre, itinitiyak niya dito yung sustainability and prevents over-exploitation of resources. Yan. So, yung sa over-exploitation of resources. Over-exploitation. Exploitation of resources. Yan. Again, for resource preservation, over-exploitation of resources. So, may mga tao kasi, na mga mayayamang tao, something like that, na ginagamit lang nila yung mga resources para sa kanilang sariling kapakanan. Okay, that is for resource preservation. For ecosystem balance, so dito sa ecosystem balance, siyempre from the word balance, dapat i-maintain natin yung biodiversity. I-maintain natin yung biodiversity. Okay, and we need to support the vital functions like the water supply. Okay, water supply. Again, for ecosystem balance, like we need to maintain the biodiversity and we need to support the vital functions like the water supply. Okay, for number 3, prevention of natural disasters. So, meron tayo kanina sa mitigations. We need to mitigate the effects of human induced disasters like floods and contamination. Okay? So, mitigates effect. So, we need to mitigate the effect of human induced disasters. Okay? So, yan po yung papasok yung floods and contamination. Okay? For number 4, global warming mitigation. So, reduce carbon emissions and also deforestation and ocean acidification. So, banggit na natin kanina yan, global warming mitigation. We need to reduce carbon emissions, deforestation, and this is for ocean acidification. Okay, that's why we need to conserve environment. Okay. Next is awareness and responsibility. So for the awareness and responsibility encourages responsible actions and for collective efforts para maprotektahan natin ang ating environment. Okay? So dito sa global warming, tapos na tayo dyan for global warming mitigation. Yan papasok si deforestation and also ocean acidification, melting of ice, thing like that. And awareness and responsibility, syempre, we need to encourage responsible actions, collective efforts para maprotektahan natin ang environment. Okay? And why conservation is important? So, bakit kaya importante ito? For ecosystem. So, conservation is very important, essential. So, ito ay ecosystems kasi dumidepende yan sa balance. So, ecosystem depend on balance. Okay, if you're going to damage one part, madi-disrupt na yung whole system natin. Again, so dapat mag-balance po yung ecosystem kasi if yung isa is na damage, so can disrupt the whole system. Okay, and for deforestation, that is for harm habitats, increases carbon dioxide levels, nagko-contribute ito sa global warming. Okay? The next one is, siyempre, yung living trees. So, nag-absorb ito kasi ng carbon dioxide para ma-prevent po itong climate change. Okay? So, that's why conversation is very important. Okay? So, we need to conserve ecosystem kasi yung ecosystem natin is dumedepende yan sa balance. Again, kapag yung isa na damage, nadi-disrupt na yung buong sistema. And for deforestation, increases carbon dioxide levels and nagko-contribute po ito ng global warming. For living trees, siyempre, na-absorb nito ang carbon dioxide and nape-prevent po ang climate change. Okay, so we must be aware of our environment. So, kaya dyan po si environmental awareness. So, we have the environmentalism. So, environmentalism, it's the advocates for protecting the natural world from what? From human activities. Again, this is the advocates for protecting the natural world. Protecting the natural world from human activities or human harm. Okay? And that is for environmentalism. And for environmental awareness, so ito involved na dito yung recognizing the fragility of the environment and spreading knowledge for fixed environmental issues. Okay? Again, environmental awareness. Yan. So we need to recognizing fragility fragility of the environment. So that is for environmental awareness. Environmentalism advocates for protecting the natural world from the human activities or human harm. And when we say environmental awareness, recognizing fragility of the environment and spread natin yung knowledge to fix, okay, to fix the environmental issues. Okay, that's why it is called environmental awareness. Okay, and for how are we going to promote environmental awareness? Okay, the first one is we need to educate yourself. Okay, we need to educate ourselves, stay informed about environmental issues. So we need to stay informed. Okay? So we need to research about environmental issues. Second one is use the available resources. So we can learn it from seminars. We can learn it from the books or online materials. So use the available resources or be resourceful. So makikita natin yan sa could be through seminars, books, or online materials. And turuan natin yung mga bata to promote 3 R's. So promotion of 3 R's. Promote 3 R's. The reduce, reuse, and recycle. Turuan natin yung mga bata sa ating mga pamangkin natin. Turuan natin on how to promote 3 R's at home. Okay? Go paperless. Okay? So, iwasan natin gumamit ng mga papel. Since advanced na ating mga technology, you could have to have a soft copy to reduce paper waste. Okay, you can use digital services like you can download it using your phone. Okay, to reduce paper waste. Next is adopt green strategies. Okay, papasok na din yung dyan. Okay, yung 3 R's din yan. So, use reusable items. Kung pwede pa, gamitin pa natin. And reduce plastic consumption. Lalo na sa ating school, no? Bawal nang gumamit ng plastic. And kung maaari, mag-recycle po tayo, no? Kasi if you're going to recycle, yung mga plastic bottle, pwedeng ganyan, pwede mo naman siyang pagkakitaan, pwede nating ipunin, segregate natin. Okay? So, adopt green strategies. And para ma-promote natin yung environmental awareness. Okay? So, for moral responsibility, this is the moral responsibility about the environment. So, we need to protect the environment, or in protecting the environment kasi it is very crucial for our future kasi, no? Lalo na sa mga bagong henerasyon and for the survival of countless, no, species. That is the moral responsibility first. The second is our actions today, guys. Our actions today affect the planet's health and security. Again, tandaan po natin, our actions today will affect the planet's health and security. And that's all for lesson activity number 20. We have, that's all for 20. So we have the activity B2 and C1. Lahat po yan B2 and C1. Okay, thank you so much for listening, and let's move on to the last one. Deep. Then we have last one. Okay. Lesson. Yan. Ayaw ng ano to. Yan. Tumago na yung taskbar. Yan. So our last topic is all about environmental sustainability and technological innovation. This is the application of the technology na po. Okay, for lesson targets, move on na tayo sa environmental sustainability. So according to United Nations, so the definition of environmental sustainability is meeting the present needs, no? So sabi ng United Nations, meeting the present, okay, present needs without hindi natin nako-compromise compromising future generation. Yan. Ability to meet. Yan, sabi ng United Nations. So, the definition of environmental sustainability is meeting the present needs without compromising future generations' ability to meet theirs. Yan. But according to Pamela Beck-Wagner's definition, so may ecology kit dito. Galing natin yan. Yan. So, kay Pamela po, ang sabi niya, it is a responsible use of natural resources para masigurado yung long-term na ecological stability and life. Yan yung sabi ni Pamela. Okay? So, responsible use of natural resources to ensure, okay, para matiyak natin yung long-term ecological stability and life. And that is the definition of environmental sustainability according to Pamela. For environmental sustainability for United Nations, that is for meeting the present without compromising the future. Okay? And why is it environmental sustainability important? So the importance is to preserve, syempre, resources like clean air, water, and wildlife. Okay? So pinipreserve natin yan. So, preservation. Preserves resources. Resources. Example po dyan is malinis na hangin, malinis na tubig, and wildlife. Yan. Kaya importante po ang environmental sustain. And of course, para matiyak din natin yung human survival na dumedepende sa understanding and respecting, no, ecological boundaries. Yan. So, according to planetary boundary concept. Yan. So, sabi ng planetary boundary concept, ensures human depends on understanding and respecting ecological boundaries. Again, according to planetary boundary concept, human ensures human survival depends on understanding and respecting ecological boundaries. Okay. Next, for technological planetary boundary concept. So we're done with that. So let's move on to technological innovation. So dito na, and this is the application of the technology advancement. For technological innovation, this is for the creation and adaptation. Creation and yan, adoption. Okay. This is the creation and adoption of the new technologies, mga bagong teknolohiya para ma-improve natin the efficiency and solve problems and enhance life. So, what is the meaning of technological innovation again? This is for the creation and adaptation of the new technologies para ma-improve natin yung ating pag-solve ng problems and to make it more efficient and enhance life. Okay? So what is the ano bang silbi ng technological innovation when it comes to sustainability? Okay? Siyempre, ang ginagawa nito, it drives progress. It drives progress. It also supports, sinusuportahan nito ang sustainable development and ina-address nito ang global challenges. Yan. Again, the technological innovation role in sustainability, it drives progress, it supports sustainable development, and addresses the global challenges. Okay, dahil sa makabagong teknolohiya, that's why ina-address nito yung mga global challenges. And nabanggit natin kanina is for planning and innovation, developing innovation. Next is we have 5 sustainable technologies. So what are those? Number 1 yan is CCS. CCS stands for carbon capture and storage. Yan. Yung carbon capture and storage. Kina-capture nito yung carbon dioxide natin from saan? From industrial emissions. From industrial. Anong ginagawa nito? Ini-store nito. Okay? Stores it underground. So, iniipon niya ito underground to prevent environmental harm. Yan. So, the first one, sustainable technologies, CCS. And kina-capture nito ang carbon dioxide, CO2, from industrial at nilalagay niya underground to prevent environmental harm. Okay, that is our first sustainable technologies. For the solar glass naman, ito yung may glass na surface. Okay, glass surface. Okay, glass surfaces na kung saan kina-capture nito ang solar energy. Solar energy. Meron tayong ganyan sa may bubong ng ating gymnasium. Kung nakikita nyo. Anong ginagawa nito? So, it is a solar glass na kung saan it has glass surfaces that capture solar energy. Anong binibigay nito? Kino-convert ito into what? Electricity. Yan. Kaya may mga solar light na, di ba? Solar street lights. Meron na din, ganyan. Napapanahon yan. Ano dyan, makakatipid ka ng kuryente. Makakatulong ka rin sa overconsumption, okay, ng electricity. Na kung saan nakakapag-contribute siya sa global warming. So number 3, we have the smart grids. So what is smart grids? Ito yung sa power infrastructure na kung saan nire-reduce nito ang energy waste and carbon emissions by ini-improve nito yung energy distribution using renewable sources. Yan. Power infrastructure. Yan. This is the power infrastructure. Nire-reduce nito yung energy. Reduces energy waste. Yan. And inire-reduce nito aside from energy waste is carbon emissions. Carbon emissions. Ang spelling, double S. Alright. It is the power infrastructure. Nire-reduce nito yung energy waste and carbon emissions. And ini-improve nito yung improving energy distribution. Energy distribution. Yan. Improving energy distribution by what? By using renewable sources. Renewable sources. That is for smart grids. Okay, para siyang grid line, ganun. Parang connected sila para mas makatipid para ma-improve nito yung pag-distribute ng energy equally. That is for smart grids. Okay, para mabawasan din yung energy waste and carbon emissions na nakakapag-contribute sa global warming. Okay. Number 4 is environmental sensors. So for environmental sensors po, it is to monitor the air and water quality. Yan, ito yung ginagamit sa pag-maintain ng water quality sa mga nagbebenta ng mga mineral, no? So anong ginagawa ng environmental sensors? So monitor the air and water quality. Yan. Ano pa? Yung sa pollution and also other environmental factors. So environmental factors. So environmental sensors. So ito yung nagmo-monitor ng ating air and water quality, also the pollution and also the other environmental factors in real time, okay? In real time mismo. So, check nila yan in real time. Electric vehicles. Yeah, so, the last sustainable technologies is the AVS, electric vehicles. Siyempre, pag gumagamit ka ng electric vehicles, nare-reduce nito ang greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gas emission. Yan. Pero may negative effect din ang paggamit ng electric vehicle. Nagko-contribute ito sa electric waste and air pollution. Pero meron din siyang advantage, syempre. May advantage din yan. Air pollution. Kasi too much reliance of energy ito, itong electric. Too much consumption of electricity. And air pollution, by what? Kasi nababawasan ang greenhouse gas emission nito and air pollution kasi nire-replace natin yung gasoline cars with electricity as alternative, no? Again, for electric vehicles, so nababawasan nga yung greenhouse gas emission and air pollution by replacing the gasoline. Okay, yung gasoline is part of the fossil fuel kung saan ang alternative nito is electricity. Okay? For positive impact of the effectiveness of technological solution. Number one is the environmental impact reduction. Okay, for positive, for environmental impact reduction, this is the effective reducing greenhouse gases and mitigating climate change. Okay, for environmental impact reduction, from the word reduction, reduce. Okay, mag-reduce po tayo for greenhouse gas, and also mag-mitigate po tayo. Okay, mitigate the effects the causes of climate change. So, we need to mitigate. So, the definition of mitigation is to manage, no, the causes of the climate change. For adaptation naman, we're going to take advantage tayo for the new technology, new opportunities. No? Na, so we need to mitigate. We need to find ways on how to mitigate the climate change. And that is for environmental impact reduction. And for resource conservation, and that is for technologies. Yung technologies po yan ay tinutulungan niya, helps the conserve natural resources and to minimize pollution. So dito sa resource conservation, yung mga technology help conserve natural resources, and hindi lang yan is to minimize the pollution. Yan. Next is to improve quality of life. So this is the positive impact of technological solution. Ini-improve nito ang ating life into quality. So nagkakaroon ng advancement in healthcare. Okay, nadadiagnose na yung mga sakit natin. Not only in healthcare, it also in communication, and also in agriculture, and ini-improve nito yung ating standards. Improve living standards. Okay, dati ang ginagamit nyo lang dati is uling, ngayon gasol na, something like that. So for economic growth, okay, for economic growth naman, for sustainable technologies, so nag-create ito ng trabaho and stimulate innovation. So, okay, for positive impact for economic growth, so nag-create siya ng mga trabaho, create jobs, okay, because of the technological solutions, and stimulate innovation. Okay, so these are the positive impacts. And for the potential drawbacks, we have the resource intensity. Okay, some of technologies kasi, okay, require significant resources. Yan. So, some technologies nagre-require ito ng significant resources na kung saan it leads us to energy consumption and waste generation. Again, for resource intensity, so some technologies ay nagre-require ng significant resources leading to energy consumption and waste generation. Okay, for number 2, technological lock-in. Technological lock-in, outdated or unsustainable. Okay, outdated or unsustainable. Yeah. For outdated and unsustainable technologies, so may persist due to infrastructure and vested in interests. Okay, for technological lock-in, it is the outdated and unsustainable technologies may persist due to infrastructure. And for digital divide is the unequal access. This is for unequal access to technology. Technology kung saan can worsen social inequalities. Again, unequal access to technology. Next is for electric waste. The growth of digital devices uh, leads to electronic waste. Electronic waste. And again, for the potential drawbacks for electric waste, the growth of digital devices. So dahil sa mabilis na growth ng digital devices, so it leads us to electric waste, which is true. Not only electric waste but also pollution. Okay, so these are the potential drawbacks of the effectiveness of technological solution. For your activity, that is for 21 ha. I forgot to change it. This is for 21. So lahat po yan BC. Yeah, so oops, cancel. So this is for lesson activity B and C. So thank you so much for listening. That's all.